Hey bunnies, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It is going to be my recognition video. Over the last 2 weeks I've accumulated quite a large little sum of gifts from, co-workers, from, supervisors, from, partners, and I definitely wanted to reciprocate, in the best way. And around the holidays, it's really hard to get people face to face and to get that one-on-one time to really say, thank you, I appreciate what you did, or I appreciate what you said about me. If you guys are following me, you guys will see that on one of my previous videos, Cesar Gala, I was recognized not once, but twice. So it made me feel beyond amazing. I was so impressed, and really these guys will never know how much it means to me to be included in the group like that. For those of you who don't know, I work in the solar industry, but I mostly stay in an office. I'm not in the solar sales portion, which is everybody else. So when they include me and stuff like that, it really it's gonna make me choke up. It really makes me feel like more than part of the team. I always feel like part of the team when anyone else is getting an award. I always have a sense of pride in my team, but when they also include me, it's like even more. It's more dramatic. It's really touching. So the first person I want to thank is my boss, Ross Brower, for this amazing Spartan trophy. It is really heavy, so I'm just going to show it off really quick and then put it down because it is really heavy, but it is a gorgeous. I'm not sure if it's Patuer or copper or what this metal is, but it's a type of metal on a real wooden board that he actually cut and stained himself. So there was a beautiful speech on why he decided to, use Sparta and what these statues mean, to him, and, the basis of the Spartans, that they all had to be together. They were all the best of the best, and they all had to stick together in order to overcome, their enemies. So it was really beautiful and really touching, and he did this great speech and then presented us individually with these particular statues, trophies, and when he would call us up there, he talked about us individually, and he always mentions how important I am to the team, and so I'm not gonna get choked up, but it's really beautiful, and it made me feel so amazing that they noticed me for not just being like an office girl, or an assistant or a receptionist, or a project manager, account manager, because when I first came on this team I started off as basically just an office girl, and now I am in the position where they don't need 2 or 3 people in the office. I am just the entire office, so it feels great. And then earlier, if you guys follow my Instagram, if not, I will go ahead and put my Instagram in the description box below. He went ahead and gave me this. So if you guys don't know, well, now you guys do. I am a huge Batman fanatic, and ironically, I was totally looking into buying a toaster. It was going to be a Mickey Mouse toaster because it happened to be on sale. We happened just to see that one, and we're like, all right, we're going to get a toaster and I think it was like a waffle maker from Shop Disney. And literally the day, I was like, okay, I'll buy it after the meeting. And then at the meeting, I got a toaster. So impressive that he happened to do that right before I purchased mine. And, just the fact that, they remember that I like Batman, that I'm such a hardcore DC fan, such a hardcore Batman fangirl, such a, about the whole franchise. It's little things like this that make the biggest difference. And, God forbid something happened to this, but even if it did, I would always remember, receiving a personalized gift like that. Speaking of personalized gifts, my solar dad, the most badass solar sales consultant there is. He can go by regional manager. He has his own LLC now. You guys have seen me wear the Tade Solar AZ hat. Thomas Tade. Absolutely love him. He is the most generous person when it comes to his customers and just really appreciating the people he works with. Nobody can do it better than him. And I love him and I respect him. And honestly, he didn't even know me when I first started working with them, about 3 years ago. I literally was just an office girl, and he was sincerely one of the most delightful people to work with. The scariest, but the most delightful, person to work with. And he always, I'll get into a story about that later, but basically when, I got let go, we originally got let go, he called me and was like, hey, you okay? Hey, do you have another job? Hey, do you need anything? And it's like, I didn't even sit down and have a real conversation with him, but he just always wanted to make sure that I was okay, because I was originally part of his team. It made the world of difference to me. And so I love him. I'll always love him, whether he's doing solar, whether, he's a million miles away. Like I said, he's basically my solar dad, and he knows I love Batman, and I don't know how he always finds merch that I did not know existed in the world, but he does, because he knows I have a lot of Batman merch. And so he went ahead and got me this amazing watch, which has the original, normal watch, and then it's got the digital watch wire underneath it, and on the top it actually shows the date. So it'll tell you the day it is, like day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the month and the day. So I thought this was like too cool for school. It's a huge watch. I obviously don't have it. Thought it was amazing. Squealed when I got it. Totally stoked. So I'll be the coolest kid. And I do. It's funny because he has bought me Batman watches before, and I really love all of them. And I do like switch them out when I play video games or when people come over. Like, I am always sporting a Batman watch. So it's thanks to Tom Tade. Tom Tade, you are my Batman collection. Thank you so much. And going along with the Batman colors, he definitely went ahead and got me Ferrero Rocher, which is in gold, because I do really like gold, the gold color. So I thought that was really, really cool. And one of the last coworkers that I'm going to mention, but probably should be the first, because he does always, include me. I did, basically kind of come back because, he kind of mentioned, hey, we should probably get her back. So he's amazing, a truly exceptional leader, one of the most positive guys that you can be around. He influences me on a regular basis to not only do better and do more, but to, really take risks. And that's something that I don't think a lot of people, especially now, would ever even, consider taking the risk. And he did, and it paid off amazing for him. I know it won't pay off for everyone, but if you really have, if you really strive and you really put in the work, it will. And he's the prime example of it, and that is Cesar Delgadillo. So those of you who are interested in a solar opportunity or in real estate, I'll go ahead and put his information in the description box for you guys. But at his gala, I was, super astonished to be recognized by him and also by Tom, and receive this really cool Solar Legend zipper hoodie. Thought it was amazing. And I also got this Solar Legend hat. So I could totally wear it for this video. And yeah, I feel super OG, and he is the solar OG. He was recognized as a solar OG. So, in this outfit, I kind of feel like, a solar gangster too, but he's definitely the solar Nas. And that's a credit to him, because his favorite musician is Nas, from what I remember. Hopefully it still is, and that still makes sense for now. The next person I want to recognize is somebody I've worked with, you know, who's been in my life for the majority of it, who's always been a shoulder to cry on, who's always been, you know, who's always believed me, you know, and who will put her neck out on the line for me. We're family, so it is my cousin April. But just recently, I was approached by another company. They wanted me to be a project manager for them because they knew I was such a badass project manager for the corporation that I work for now. Unfortunately, I just had too much. I still always have too much on my plate to grab other LLCs and to try and help them get organized. But I did mention it to her, hey, I know it's out of your comfort zone, it's out of your field of study, but hey, would you like me to introduce you to this particular person? And they're looking for a project manager, and I think maybe you could be a good fit. Maybe you could learn, you know, to fit a role as a project or an account manager. And, you know, she thought about it and was like, no, I don't think so. And then, you know, called me back and was like, you know what, let me see how this rolls. Introduced her. He absolutely fell in love with her. She's the project manager. She basically, you know, nobody really calls the owner anymore. It's just all about her, and she's, you know, she excelled. I mean, I want to say she had maybe one full day of training, and then ever since then it's been all about her. So as a thank you to me, she comes over to Arizona. She lives in California. She comes to Arizona, you know, will take me out to lunch, and you know, she does help out. If you guys don't know, she works in the roofing industry. I work in the solar industry. Sometimes we need each other. And so she's just an amazing person to work with. Even if she wasn't my cousin, she's just an amazing person to work with. And she went ahead and got me some gifts. Unfortunately, I thought the box was for was the toner cartridges for my printer. So I opened it early. I believe they were Christmas presents, but she does just get me gifts, kind of to get me gifts. And so I did want to recognize her in this video. The first gift she got me was this beautiful, it almost looks like a lithogram because it's so detailed. It's like this holographic canvas art with Oogie Boogie, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and Jack Skellington. And if you guys don't know, she's actually an artist. She does paint. So I'll probably be hanging this in my new office along with her art pieces. The next one is this mystery poster. I didn't even know they had mystery posters, but apparently they do. And so there they are. I don't know which one it is, and I'm not going to look until Christmas because I do believe these were Christmas presents. I'll act surprised. You know, I'll wrap them up and act surprised. But thank you. She did ship them directly to my house because she was unsure if we were going to do a family Christmas thing, because I do have kind of my family split up everywhere, whereas hers is like pretty much in the same town. And the last present, which is the one that came last, it came in a different box, was this. And this is a Nightmare Before Christmas Disney Loungefly hairbrush, which I should have kind of guessed from some of the questions she asked me, but I had no idea that it was this. So there is the Disney Loungefly logo. And then let's see if you guys can, there you go, there's the brush. So it is super heavy. Don't know what kind of metal I guess this is. She actually knows that I don't really brush my hair too often, like, and so when I need to, it's like, it's hard. I'm like running around screaming that I need to find a brush. And so maybe I'll wash my hair more often, maybe, with this really fancy, pretty brush. I actually don't want to use it because it looks like super, super fancy, like something like a princess, you know, or old-timey would look like. But I was super psyched to get that. Another person that I want to recognize is my best friend from Wales, Dan Neil Siddle. I probably butchered your name again for like the millionth time. We've been friends for years, and our friendship actually started from Disney, and I thought it was cool to include it in this video, particularly when I'm recognizing people. He's been trying to, you know, get a hold of me for a long time, and it's not me being a complete and utter, you know, B word for lack of a better term. It's just because of the time differences, he tends to get me when I'm like super busy. So I'll tell him like, hey, what's up? You know, yeah, I'm fine. And we really do need to set a time, Dan, where we're gonna like video chat and catch up and stuff. You know that I love you. I love your family. But our entire friendship started kind of from Disney. One of the first things we did ask each other was, what's your favorite Disney movie? And mine was Alice in Wonderland. And I kept forgetting where he was from because of his accent. It was unique to me. And he was just like, just, you know who Lewis Carroll is? And I'm like, absolutely, I know who Lewis Carroll is. Lewis Carroll wrote Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, which is, you know, why I bought this book. And he was like, well, Lewis Carroll is from Llandudno Wells. So the characters in the story are from Llandudno Wells. And, you know, in Llandudno Wells, they have like a little theme. They have a little park where it's Alice in Wonderland theme because, you know, that's where it's from. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, you know what? Now I know where Wales is. It's like over here on the other side of England. And he's just like, okay, yeah, that's exactly where I'm from. I'm from Llandudno Wells. I live there right now. And I was like, instant friendship. I almost dropped this book. Instant friendship. We, like I said, we've been friends for years. We've, you know, gone through a whole bunch of stuff. Unfortunately, we don't get a lot of time to like talk to each other the way we used to when we were, you know, when we first met. But I did go ahead and buy myself a Lewis Carroll Alice book. I never actually owned this book. I think the original one I read when I was like in elementary school or maybe middle school. I don't remember, but I do remember reading it, and that's essentially why Disney's Alice in Wonderland, because I don't think it was a really popular movie even when I was a kid, was my favorite. Yeah, so I totally bought me a copy to read to myself this holiday season because I have been missing my best friend. One of my goals for 2019 is to be more social and to meet more people and go hang out with, you know, people and not just be stuck at home inside the house all day, which ironically is going to lead me to one of the next people that I want to recognize, is the Hustletomusclefitness crew. It is a husband and wife team. I just literally watched one of their live episodes, and every time I watch it, I really do almost want to cry. I'm so glad that there are people out there in the world still today, and they're few and far between, but there are still some really good people that literally, they want to just help you. They want nothing, absolutely nothing in return. And like I said, it's so rare. It's almost like a miracle. And if you guys don't watch her channel, I will go ahead and link it below, as well as her Instagram, which is where I follow. I think she has a Facebook too, but I don't have a Facebook, so I don't follow her Facebook. But honestly, some of the things that she's been through, I mean, we've all been through stuff, you know, that made us successful, that, you know, gradually helped us, you know, become the person we are and be at the place we're at. But she's so raw and honest about it, and that's something I love about her. I don't agree with her 100% on some of the things, you know, like, we're friends, we can have disagreements, we cannot agree on everything, and I won't get into that because it will be a little bit political. But if you listen to her information, even if you don't join part of her crew, because I'm not one of her like life coaches or fitness coaches, or I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I know what she does, but I'm not part of that crew. But I definitely support her, and I support her crew, and I support everything she does. Even just watching some of her fitness videos, I've actually lost a little bit of weight just watching what she does and then mimicking it. Like, she basically took my lazy butt, because if I can see her on Instagram working out for like an hour, that means that I can get up and stretch my legs. And while I'm stretching my legs, like, she always has these little like Instagram, they might be Snapchats that she puts on Instagram, but where she's walking to like go get lunch or something. And so I always go, okay, I gotta walk at least 5 minutes, or I'll see her drinking a shake and I'm like, okay, you know what, I need to have water, I need to have something healthy, you know, I need to hydrate myself. And I mean, it's not a whole bunch of weight, but it's enough weight to where I'm noticing. And thank you for influencing me. Another thing about her is that she wasn't fat to begin with. And, you know, that's another thing, a really powerful thing that I think a lot of people don't even look at is, you know, oh, I'm a little bit overweight, or, you know, and they don't think I'm that much overweight. It's not until you start losing weight that you realize sometimes, you know, that you need to. And the reason why I'm starting to lose weight isn't a self-conscious thing. I don't care if I'm fat or not. It's really for health reasons. And her husband really do have some health issues. And she's really aware of a lot of health issues. When I said PCOS, she automatically knew, oh, okay, that hormone imbalance thing. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, we do have some girls that have that. And I was like, I thought you just sold drinks. I thought you just wanted me to work out. But like, she really gets to know her people, and that's something that, you know, not a lot of employers, you know, not a lot of bosses want to do. They don't. You're a worker, you do your thing, you go sell your product. And she really, she's different. She's a whole different ball game. So I'll definitely put her information below. She doesn't even know, by the way, this is not sponsored. This is, you know, but she's amazing. She's an amazing person. So I'll definitely, like I said, tag her in the below. And then a real quick shout out to my girl Savannah. I only talk to her when I order something, but she's amazing. And if you guys don't remember, I've done like 2 reviews. So the very first thing I bought on Etsy was this cup, and then I ended up buying 4 more like 2 months later. And all my accomplishments probably couldn't be real true accomplishments if I didn't have my coffee. And I use this cup for my coffee, I use this cup for my water, I use this cup for absolutely everything. It is constantly on my desk, it never leaves my desk. I love it. Thank you, Sav. I will go ahead and include her Etsy store. If you guys are, you know, just, if you guys drink anything in general and you guys want a personalized cup, she can do anything. Mine is particular Disney, but she does everything. And I mean, this girl goes above and beyond to make sure you're satisfied. So I definitely had to include her in this video. Thank you so much to everyone, you know, who watches my videos, everyone who, you know, gave me something amazing. You know, and even if you didn't, even if you just gave me love and support, thank you guys so much. I can't say that I would have been in this particular spot without you guys. So much love and happy holidays.